In the previous two videos, we covered a big part of a website redesign for a Minecraft server. The point of this series is to redesign a website in Figma and then code it in HTML, CSS and JavaScript. In this video, we will design the game mode section, which is going to be the third section out of 4 in total, so we're almost there. We're back in Figma. Today we're going to do the game mode section. So to make it easier for us, it's actually going to be similar to the first one, so the intro section. So we'll just copy it over right away and then change the active state right here to be number 3 from the top. So we have that. Let's center the text. Actually, let's remove welcome to. Center everything like this. The way we're gonna do this is we're gonna have basically a slider, full width, full height slider, where we will have buttons to change the game modes. So let's say it's a survival, you click on it, it will change this text and change the background image. So something like that. So the first one is gonna be survival. So I will change the text right away. Okay, we'll keep this as is for now. And then we will copy over this title right here, paste it in somewhere here, and move it at the top. So again, center it, center aligned. It's gonna say instead of tons of games and events, it will say 5 different game modes. I think the play button is a bit too far, so at this point it's 75 pixels away. Let's do 60 pixels to be consistent everywhere. So shift and up, so now it's 65, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now it's 60. There you go. Let's just make sure the space here is also consistent. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Maybe let's make this text smaller. I know it's a bit inconsistent to what we have here, but I think for this slide it would work much better if we separate it. So instead of having a font size of 50 pixels, let's do something like 30, or maybe even 40. Yeah, 40 works. And I think I'll keep it like this, yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be the idea. At this point, let's first of all remove this particle effect. We don't need it on this slide. It's only gonna be on the first one. And let's change the background to the survival screenshot that I got. Basically, I got a bunch of screenshots for every single game mode. There was a lot more when I started doing this series, but now there's only, I guess, 5. So yeah, so I'm gonna adjust to that. At this point, let's add a vignette effect. So the way we're gonna do it is just add a gradient here. I think this is good. It makes our text a lot more visible. We can still see the address of the server easily, so yeah, I think this is better. Actually, we're almost done. The only thing that is left here is just to add the buttons. So let's continue working on that. So maybe it will be easier if I just take this picture here, paste it in, and resize it. So the size is gonna be, let's see, I think I had an idea for it already. So maybe let's do the width of 160 and the height of 80 and see how that looks. Oops, 80. So this is gonna be our screenshot for the survival. So basically it's gonna be a smaller version of what we have already. So let's put it in here, add a border. So the active state will be represented this way, and then we will have a little piece of text inside that says survival. It will be little in a second. As for the image, let's make sure we have a little overlay on top of it, because it's going to be harder to read the text otherwise. So I'm creating a solid, and I'm changing the opacity to, let's say, 10, maybe 20, 30, maybe 20. Yeah, 20 is good. And there you go, this is our active state. We have our first button. It's not aligned yet, but it will be in a second. Let's just group it all together. Another thing I forgot to do is change the name from intro, because we copied it from the intro to something else. And let's duplicate it to create our next navigation item. In this case, it's going to be Skyblock. So we have survival, Skyblock, creative, .earth, and factions right now. It's not going to be active. Since it's a slider, we'll have only one active at a time. So we will change the state here. And the way we're going to do it is the overlay of the image is going to be a lot darker, something like maybe 50%. And then it's not going to have a stroke. Or actually, let's keep the stroke. Let's keep it consistent with this one. So what do we have here? 25, and then here, yeah, 25%. So let's keep it at 25%. And there you go, we have our second nav item. I think at this point I can just fast forward where I have all the nav items, because there is not much to show here. So let's do that. Alright, so we have our layout. At this point, let's just style it so that the distance between them is the same and it's aligned to the center. So let's do that. And so this is it. We did yet another section of the website. At this point, the only thing that we need to design is the resources section, which, as you can tell, is going to be a lot faster now that we have the base ready. The first videos took a lot more time than these ones. That's because we had to make the structure, and at this point we already have it, so we're for the most part just copy and pasting what we already have. On this note, I will bring this video to a close. In the next video, we will design the last remaining part, which is the resources section. And after that, we will start the development phase. As always, if you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and commenting any feedback you have for me. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.